Hi, gentlemen. Hello, everyone, scholars, students, participants. I would like to welcome on this international cloud based conference to be held on 25th July by Sbyte Technology. It's my privilege to be part of this conference once again to present my paper called A Reference Based Study on Impact of COVID-19 on Education Systems. Dear all, we know online classes are not capable of substituting classroom lectures. The former is very seldom able to generate interaction that is indeed needed in a class. Moreover, teachers' body language, which is a part and parcel of the classroom lectures and is imperative for their success, is also missing in online classes. The use of technology will not only lead to more discrimination but also will create some practical problem. It will also lack the desired interaction in the classes. Novel coronavirus pandemic has significantly disrupted every aspect of human life. As the COVID-19 is spread across the globe, alarm bells are sounding in the education sectors a lot. The COVID-19 pandemic has forced schools, colleges, university, institutions to shut down temporarily and causing havoc in the education system surrounding the world. According to UNESCO reports, more than 157 crore students across 191 countries severely impacted by closure of educational institution due to this coronavirus. The issue of COVID-19 and its impact on higher education is an emergent focus of debate worldwide. Closing universities, cancelling classes have become a COVID 19 reality in many countries of the world, leading to enormous anxiety and uncertainty of an organization. I'd like to introduce the topic, the reference based study. The coronavirus, that is SARS CoV 2, caused a deadly disease COVID-19 with a fatality rate between 2 to 3%. It has created a havoc as it's engulfed the whole world. Lockdown that have been imposed almost the countries to save the citizens from the lethal infection have taken a toll, and the first and the foremost job in the hands of the government is not to save their people from the infection by imposing lockdown and social distancing only, but also to cope up with the lockdown to save the economy. Even before the lockdown was enforced in the third week of March 2020, the state and the government in their individual capacity declared the schools and colleges and other educational system closed for a certain period of time from the middle of March. The closure was extended for some more time, and this is about how the regular classes in the education system has been directly hampered. Just before the full lockdown, international flights were banned from the leaving and entering the country. They were restricting people from going abroad, attend scheduled international seminars, works, and also from visiting foreign university for taking and giving classes, lecture. This was followed by the cancellation of the national and domestic international flights, resulting people not being able to visit the places for education purpose even inside the country. Finally, with the lockdown, the train has also stopped running. Buses, locals had to be cancelled. All the stages of programs, national, state level, regional levels, even local, not only have seminars cancelled, but even every institution activities has been taken on hold. And the situation is very different when one looks at the rural colleges and university. Many students in rural areas may not have access to smartphones or computers. Even they do, the net connectivity may not be a high as in urban areas. In any case, many students of most of the elite institutions like IIMs, IITs, NITs are not able to access online classes from their homes due to that reason being a bad connectivity. Therefore, some, if not all of the university and some colleges have started online classes. The same can be said about the higher educational institutions, be they governmental aided and autonomous private institution normally draw students from affluent urban classes, hence do not face problem in dealing with this unprecedented situation. The school's education system portrays a dismal picture. There are many kinds of schools in the country, government aided private schools run by missionaries as well as those run by the public and private trust. These are also elite public schools and innumerable village level elementary school under Service 6 Abhiyan scheme, the latter catering into the below poverty level section society. A majority of the children attended village elementary and primary schools. Even in the urban areas, we can show the schools give classes to the poor section. Most slum children attend this school. In this addition, the economic divide and the rural urban divide, there is a language divide as well. So we can see a very most and prominent impact of COVID-19 has been have been affected in the whole sector of the system, particularly in the education system, causing the authorities could have waited for this lockdown, have not taken such drastic decision. India is a vast country with so many complexity. However, the economic divide, the rural urban divide and the resulting the digital divide have played an important role. However, the overall response of the country to the pandemic has been very mixed in the education sector too. If we can discuss about the future of this impact, though we can say that the coronavirus entered in India in the month of January, it was not until March that the seriousness of the situation was felt. For 1.5 months now, the education system has been in doldrums. In the meantime, severe economic effects of the lockdown have been begun to be felt, and there have been consequent of so many social changes. No one knows at present what the ultimate effect of this economic harshness. It will be one of the lockdown is over. The threat looms large, particularly over low income families, and the many belonging to the low income family will be severely affected. In this scenario, we can say what the role of technology, how the role of technology, how the uses of participations of involvement of technology will play in this scenario. Technology ought not to play a big role in teaching of economics in the post-corona period. It has been already mentioned how the digital divide plays an important role. Therefore, in order to reach all the students, classroom teaching is the best option. This is especially true for laboratory based subjects, while humanities related subjects many may be taught online. The teaching online will not teach all the students. In case of lab based practical classes cannot be held online. So it's not possible to set up a lab at home, but it is another story. Subject like economics has the subject humanities and science requiring both lectures as well as computer based practical works. In this scenario and having the practicals and difficulties to conduct online, to have a laboratory based education, we need proprietary of software for this course, and mathematics it is very difficult to give instructions online as well. Online classes are not capable of substituting classroom lectures. The former is very seldom able to generate the interaction that is needed in a class. Moreover, the teacher, which is a part of the parcel of the classroom, cannot be ignored at all. So on the this is the technology side. If we think about the effect on the research side, research has been affected in negative way. While it is true that it is not non-lab based research can be carried through the student perseverance and the contact with the mentor through telephone calls, but one-to-one correspondence with face-to-face has not been a substitute at all. In many cases, there will be Students cannot visit the sources like the institution itself, offices, libraries, collecting of primary data, secondary data could be hampered, mentorship could be hampered. So we can say it's even in the research area have a great impact. If we see through the response from the various system during the sectors, we can say there is significant demands, maybe online learning platforms like apps. Byju's has been a 200% increase. Meanwhile, recent classrooms like 21 to K to 12 attending decent K-12 online classroom, Lark, a Singapore collaboration, ByteDance. So these are the application like TikTok has been taken toll uh, in this scenario, in this crisis. A little bit having we can say this is a 1,000 new cloud servers just in two and ding dong. It is a support large scale remote work, whereas the ByteDance has internal tool to meet its own exponential grades. So we can say in this situation, overall the impact of this COVID-19 in education system utterly disrupted, and it is safe to say that present pandemic will not affect only the second economic adversely, but also it will affect the education sector adversely in India and also around the world. Already 2.5 months, 3 months going on, no one is sure how long it will take for the education sector to come out of the abnormal situation prevailing in the country at present. Moreover, education is especially vulnerable since mass gathering cannot be avoided in our classroom. Online classes are no substitute for classroom lectures, so the digital divide will only lead to discrimination and practical based study on laboratory cannot be held online. Giving instruction for mathematical courses also different. So we can say that I would like and to conclude that this has drastically affected so many things related to internally, externally to education sector. So I would like to acknowledge this paper dedicated to my inspiring mother for their unconditional love and support. I would like to express my special thanks and gratitude to Dr. S. Sridhar, ex-Vice Chancellor, for his immense support in finalizing this paper. Thank you so much. Welcome to all. See you once again.